The Diddy documentary is backfiring on 50 Cent. This is tough, honestly. You know what I'm saying? I did not see the Diddy documentary quite yet, but I did see a video on Instagram and a dude was talking and he was like, I would go over to Diddy's parties and wake up in the same bed as Diddy sore. And bro decided he was going to keep coming back. You go to a Diddy party, wake up sore next to Diddy in the bed. And the next Diddy party, you back at it. Happens again. How many times you gonna wake up sore next to Diddy? Bro said he started going to investigate why he was sore. And he don't remember what happened. Brother, my brother in Christ, please stop going to the Diddy parties. You're no longer being taken advantage of. You are a willing participant. You know what I'm saying? And call the police. Do something. Bro kept going back. I digress.
This Diddy docuseries that 50 Cent just released on Netflix, documenting how horrible of a human being Diddy is, could be backfiring on 50 Cent. People are taking to social media in droves to call out 50 Cent just as much as they're calling out Diddy. The Diddy docuseries didn't really tell me nothing new about Diddy, and that was one of the critiques. A lot of the stories, to be honest, maybe it's because I watch too much YouTube and I watch too many interviews, but like a lot of the stories I already heard on platforms like Art of the Dialogue, Vlad TV, Street Life TV. Like I already heard a lot of these stories on those platforms, and I been knew Diddy was a terrible human being. I didn't need a 50 Cent docuseries to tell me this, to be honest. But nonetheless, though, even though I didn't find the docuseries all that useful, I'm still not against the docuseries because I do think that terrible people should be exposed. Like bad people should be exposed and should be outed.
And it is a great way to put all the information into one place, because doing that, now you're able to have people learn about the whole situation just by watching a docuseries, which is really good, you know? And there's been plenty of good docuseries, you know what I mean, that people know about, but some people don't. You know what I'm saying? There may be a person that has no idea, doesn't watch no YouTube, doesn't like going on the internet, doing none of that, but they got Netflix and now they watching a docuseries. I didn't actually watch it. I was looking at it and I was about to watch it, and I was with my girl, and my girl said, bro, I ain't trying to watch no Diddy documentary. And I was like, understandable. You know what I'm saying? Understandable crash out. You feel me? I was still contemplating it though, and she was like, play that shit and I'ma diddle you. All right, bro, I ain't playing it. All right, I'ma chill. You know, I'm a vibe, you know what I mean? But anyway.
But the one thing I noticed when it comes to hip hop is abusers, perpetrators, bad people aren't usually met with the expected backlash. Like, I expected everybody to watch the documentary and say, okay, I didn't really learn too much, but I mean, you know, Diddy being outed is a good thing. It's a plus. But instead, what I've been seeing, and maybe it's just my algorithm, what I've been seeing is people taking to social media to criticize 50 Cent for doing a docuseries more than they're criticizing Diddy for all the horrific things they've heard and seen Diddy do. All right, now there are two types of people who've been criticizing 50 Cent: street dudes and 50 Cent haters, right? Street dudes are criticizing 50 Cent because they live by the stupid code of conduct of the streets, and they believe that what 50 Cent is doing is snitching, and that 50 Cent is trying to put charges on Diddy. Which, yo, if Diddy did half the things that he's been accused of in his documentary, Diddy deserves to rot in a jail cell.
Yo, my honest opinion about the Diddy documentary, 50 on some criminal. It's fair and balanced. How? This nigga trying to incriminate a nigga on charges.
He's on some criminal shit. Brother, criminal shit? He's on some, if you said some Fed shit, you know what I'm saying? Some police shit, criminal shit. This nigga just, that's the opposite of criminal shit. He trying to snitch on the nigga that's doing the criminal shit. You know what I mean? And also, brother, shut up. You know what I'm saying? If Diddy was taking booties and shit, bro, he would have took your booty too. What you doing after that? You know what I'm saying? You not crashing out. Niggas too scared of Diddy for whatever reason to crash out. You know what I'm saying? Diddy take a nigga booty. I don't know why niggas ain't hit him with the blicky. hit him with the blicky, bro. You hit him with the blicky, there no more booties could be taken. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it. I feel like, booty get taken, you have to, crash out. Like you have to something gotta happen. Something you gotta salt the earth. Fuck it. At that point, you lost it all, brother. You know what I mean?
Like, what's wrong with y'all? Where I'm from, that's dry snitching. And we're unemployed.
There's very few times that understanding why everyone, literally everyone on the face of the planet, everyone, there's not a soul I know who don't despise and hate street dudes. This is one of the rare times where it's self-explanatory, bruh. All right, we're talking about things that have to do with domestic violence, things that have to do with damn near murder for hire, things that have to do with horrific things that have to do with grape, assaults, right? Snatching cootie cat and mill butt. Things that are just degenerate, deviancy. And the first thing that goes in your mind is, oh, nah, that's snitching, cuz. Oh, nah, that's snitching, blood. Oh, nah, you can't work with the white man. Man, cut it out, bruh. 50 Cent is a 50-year-old, multi-millionaire, 100 millionaire, bro. You think he worried about the street code? Also, 50 Cent got a team. His team put this together.
And I feel like 50 Cent, he different now. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he not trying to go by no street code no more, bro. You feel me?
His team found the clips. His team conducted an interview. 50 Cent is just like the project manager. 50 Cent did no snitching in this, bro. 50 Cent was the project manager. His team put this together. Now you're saying if you were ever in the streets at some point, bro, 50 probably ain't been in the streets like 30 years? If you were ever in the street at some point in your life, you can no longer transition in any other avenues.
Into be a civilian?
So this 20-year-old boy, let's say, who's in the hood right now, or let's say him. Because right now you a dusty street dude. Does that mean you have to be a dusty street dude your entire life? You'll probably be a dusty street dude your entire life, but do you have to be? You could transition from out of this dusty phaser, and you could do movies one day. You could work with Netflix one day. You could do certain things. You could spearhead a project. I thought the rules to the streets was you can't talk to the police or give the police information. Now you guys is extending that, man, to make life just almost impossible for anybody who was ever in the streets. But people are not falling for it no more, bro. All right, people are waking up.
And I know niggas gonna be like, oh, nah, that's a business move. That nigga bitter because Diddy had his baby moms and was taking care of his kid. Y'all be glorifying 50 like he be doing real shit. This is the same guy to leave his kids for dead. But y'all be sitting up here bashing y'all baby fathers or bashing that do that.
Leaving his kid for dead, his kid was really on some tweaker shit. I'm not gonna lie, his kid was definitely on some tweaker shit. You feel me? I'm pretty sure he was giving his baby moms or his kid or somebody like 10 bands a month, like some crazy amount of money, and niggas just wanted more money. You know what I'm saying? And motherfucker talking about, oh, he was never there all my life. Meanwhile, he was giving hella fucking money. You know what I'm saying? How much money you want? How much money does it take to take care of a kid? 10 bands a month is definitely enough to take care of a kid and live a good life. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, leaving his kid for dead is a little different, a little crazy. Now his kid started meeting up with his ex-ops and shit like that. The nigga that tried to kill him and shit. Yeah, nah, brother. Yeah, nah. I'm not gonna lie. That kid, leave that nigga on his own accord. You meeting up with the nigga that tried to kill me? Bro, go do what you want to do, bro. You know what I'm saying? Why would I? You can't trust anybody that's your blood or even your homies. You know what I'm saying? Meet up with the person that tried to kill you, try to off your shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many times 50 Cent got shot. I think it was like 9 times. Nigga shot the nigga 9 times. Or told somebody to shoot him 9 times, bro. And you meeting up with that nigga. You got life fucked up. Bro, go do you then, big dog. You could be my kid. Go do you, big dog. Bro, big dog, go do you. You know what I'm saying? Kid turn around, be like, damn, sorry, dad. Da, da, da. All right, you could forgive the nigga. But all right, go be big dog. And let's see how that turns out. shit don't turn out well, you can come back and not be big dog. You know what I'm saying? All right, stop trying to be big dog. You're not big dog.
And this out here worrying about Diddy. Like, it ain't that much hate you got for to be really putting your, like, waking up and really worrying about another. Buying information. Like, you putting too much time in that. You must be really wanting to go shopping. Because you put mad time into this life. Worrying about what this, like, it ain't that much hate because a nigga said they want to take you shopping. I guarantee a white nigga probably served worse. Like, that shit is unbiased, nigga. That shit is not balanced, nigga. Like,
Bro, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? Nigga said unbiased, not balanced. Nigga, unbiased means like more balanced. Like, you not trying to fucking, you not leaning towards either side. What the fuck you talking about, brother? On top of that, hey, bruh, I'm not gonna lie. Niggas with ops, you worry too much about another nigga, yo op. You worry about this nigga too much. You know what I'm saying? You think about this nigga too often. You know what I'm saying? You borderline schizophrenic. You wake up in the morning like, damn, I need to catch my op lacking. I need to catch this nigga. That's you wake up in the morning and think about your op, brother. What are you talking about? Them niggas think about their ops more than ever. You know what I'm saying? And then they make songs snitching on their homies and snitching on the ops. Street niggas do that shit all the time. You feel me? They do it for clout and money. Very bad decisions that they make, but type shit.
he trying to incriminate that, and y'all up here applauding that shit. Like, and I see real niggas like, nah, 50 documentary so fire. Yeah, this, Biggie this, Tupac this. Like, y'all niggas is crazy. Like, for real.
These the type of Neanderthals when you ask them, hey, bro, yo, if a dude who touched kids lived next door to you, what would you do? Would you tell the police you know he's touching kids? These are the type of Neanderthals obsessed with being so silent. They will look you dead in the eyes and tell you, nah, bro, I ain't never snitching. I don't care what happened. I ain't never talking to the police. I ain't never talking to the police. I'll just up and move. I'll just up and leave, right? I'll just up and go before I tell the police. Excuse me? It's telling because you are notifying the police that somebody touching this. There's no reason to rationalizing with people like this, right? They're just too small brain. Now, this is coming from me, who y'all know I am public. I got backlash for saying I don't believe that Diddy should have gotten charged with the RICO. But because I said that, people misunderstood me saying free Diddy. Like, fam, it was free Diddy from the RICO because he ain't do the RICO. The RICO was a crazy charge. But am I living under this delusion that Diddy is a good person? Absolutely not. Diddy is a terrible human being. He's terribly horrific. But then there's the people who believe that 50 Cent is just as terrible. And they believe that 50 Cent doing this is hypocritical, and people supporting 50 Cent doing this is hypocritical. Because if y'all have a problem with Diddy, y'all should also have a problem with 50 Cent according to them.
I'm not interested in a not kind, ill-intentioned man, harmful man producing a documentary about another unkind, ill-intentioned, harmful man. 50 Cent making a documentary about Sean Combs is not about him amplifying the stories of people he victimized, or it's not even about him really giving a fuck about people who experience sexual harm. This is the man. Yeah, Tierra Marie played and all that other stuff, but for me, with the 50 Cent Tierra Marie thing, it got to the point where it was like ugly, nasty bullying. 50 Cent don't give a fuck about black women.
Tierra Marie accused 50 Cent of sharing revenge porn. You all know that video of Tierra Marie giving fellatio sloppy toppy to an unidentifiable man. She claims that 50 Cent leaked that. 50 Cent said he didn't leak it at all. They went to court. 50 Cent was proved innocent. And Tierra Marie owes 50 Cent, I believe, like $50,000 right now from legal fees. So I don't understand how you could use that situation like to prove that 50 Cent don't care about black women. Like, the reason why they're saying that, and I've heard this brain rot theory before, they're claiming that because 50 Cent is enforcing and going after his $50,000, knowing Tierra Marie don't have the $50,000 to give, and her life right now is in shambles, that 50 Cent is a bully. Listen, bro, I got nothing against Tierra Marie. Right? I don't know that woman. Right? I always found her hella attractive.
You take a nigga to court for some shit that he didn't do, and you expect him not to, like, defend himself? You wanted that nigga to roll over on his back and just take it? No, bruh. You falsely accused me of some shit I did not do, I'm proved innocent in the court. Yes, I want my fucking money. Fuck is you talking about? That's not bullying. That is not bullying. You try to come after me on some bullshit. How the fuck I got your video in the first place? How I get your video if you giving another nigga top? That shit don't even make no sense. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the whole situation, but that already I'm like, how did I get that? You know what I'm saying? Did you send that to me? Who sent that? That shit don't make no sense. The math ain't mathing, if we being real. And he was proved innocent in court. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure they went through phone documents, did all type of different shit to try to figure out if it was him. And it's not him. Like, yeah, nigga gonna come after his 50 bands. I don't care. Oh, you tried to come after me after I said I ain't do it. You know what I'm saying? We all gotta deal with the consequences. If I was found guilty, I'll be in jail, right? It wouldn't be bullying. You know what I'm saying? So you was wrong. You stood on it, and now you gotta pay my 50. What are we talking about?
If I'll be real, but that man going after his legal fees isn't bullying. That man demanding that she pays and holding her accountable and exhausting the lengths he go towards to hold her accountable is not bullying.
He don't give a fuck about women at all. He don't give a fuck about his children. The biracial looking child is barely hanging on. Whatever Curtis went through, there's a lot happening there. He's the rap Brian McKnight. But that being said, I don't want that story from him because you need your own documentary. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the other thing that's funny to me is that 50 Cent went out of his way to silence like the mother of his children from telling stories and being on platforms. This is him having a messy get back. And then the Today Show and are interviewing him like he's some Patronus of valor or something like that. He's a trifling ass person. Even the whole BMF thing, it's like, you canceled that show. You ate off of this incarcerated, now formerly incarcerated, essentially elderly black man. And he gets out and you know his son barely know how to wash his ass. Right? You're finally supporting the family about getting opportunities, and like over your years-long beef with this is all a circle jerk of ain't shit niggas. And I don't need a Discovery Go piece of media from any of them. I would just like them to go away.
Even if we concede or if we go with whatever they're saying, because I don't know exactly what they are, whatever they're saying, if we go along with it and say, hey, 50 Cent's a bad person too. Okay, does that mean a murderer can't report a murder taking place?
That's right.
Does that mean a rapist is not allowed to report a rape? Right? Does that mean, I don't know, right? A pedo can't report a kid being touched? Like, I don't understand where this line gets drawn at. Aren't bad people allowed to report other bad people for committing crimes?
Yeah, and, you know, do you expect bad people... Would you rather a bad person never do anything good? I mean, you can say that, but I don't know.
Now, if you have a problem with the celebration of 50 Cent, then we can probably have that discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like, the critiques is cool, but I do feel like the biggest blowback from this, right, or the biggest, I don't know, man, like where I see it backfiring the most is the accuracy. Now, 50 Cent obviously didn't do the research himself. 50 Cent hired people to do that, and people are coming with their own stories, and they're telling stories from their perspective. However, there are media outlets like The Breakfast Club who are fact-checking a couple of things that was said during the docuseries, and those fact-checkers coming back like those things are not 100% truthful. Diddy has already sent a cease and desist to Netflix. So if 50 Cent included anything in that docuseries that wasn't truthful, Diddy might do the 50 to 50, right? Sue and get that bag out of him.
Alrighty, y'all. So yesterday I was able to speak to Wyaberto, who worked with Miss Violetta Wallace, who is the mother of Biggie Smalls and managing her son's estate. Now he reached out to me, or I reached out to him, and then he was like, okay, I'm willing to get on the phone with you because he says that a lot of people have been blowing them up following this documentary. And he wanted to speak out, and he made it clear that this is on behalf of Miss Violetta Wallace. He says there are a few allegations that he wanted to address from the doc. So number one, there's this allegation from the documentary that Diddy used Biggie's record label deal, or his own money, Biggie's own money, to pay for Biggie's funeral. So Wayne tells me that is completely not true, that he himself officiated the funeral and planned it along with Kirk Burroughs, who is in the documentary, Bad Boy staff, and that Bad Boy paid for everything. At no point was there any indication that any royalty statement that this would be coming from Biggie's account. So the family never paid for anything in regards to the funeral. He said Bad Boy and Diddy covered everything from the cars to the police to the funeral itself, and they wanted to make that clear. And he also says that it's disrespectful that anybody would even imply that, you know, Miss Wallace, Biggie's mom, or any of his close friends would even be that naive to allow something like that to happen and not catch it as they're watching the royalty statements and just different things that are coming in. He also talk to me a bit about the contract conversation. So there is a claim in the doc, and this has been a claim that's been circulating for some time, that right before Biggie's passing, there was an issue with contract negotiations between Diddy and Biggie Smalls. He says that is completely not true as well. He says that life after death was already done, so there was no contract negotiations happening. He says based on the sales and of the records and how everything was moving, Biggie had already recouped. So at that point, there was nothing to be talked about. But they did go back into a negotiation because they put out more music following the death of Biggie Smalls, and the conversation they had then was just about how that would happen and how splits would be. But that whole conversation around the contract and there being an issue with that as well, there's nothing to talk about. He says the contract was the contract, and people just need to leave it at that.
And Barrow is Biggie's friend. He also managed Biggie at one point. He owned remember that what was it called? Oh, Jesus Christ, Bystorm Entertainment. That's what they ran, which was a management company. I think they managed Shine at one point. They managed Nas at one point. I managed, of course, B.I.G. So he would know, right?
You mean Wyaberto?
Yes.
Yeah, so he would know.
It'll also be interesting too to see like legally how this play out, because the person who told the story that Diddy used Biggie's estate to pay for his particular funeral, and he was also alluding to the fact that Diddy might have wanted Biggie dead, and that Diddy told Biggie to stay in LA, longer than Biggie wanted to stay, and when Biggie stayed longer, he ultimately got killed. They were alluding to Diddy got Biggie killed, but these are stories being told by individual people who are telling their story, who are telling what they believe. So does that fall back on Netflix? Because Netflix is not the one making the accusations per se. When Netflix steps in, or when the narrator steps in, they're just narrating. But the individual people are the ones who are telling the story. So do he sue those people, or do he sue Netflix and 50? Who knows, right? But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? Do y'all...
Eesh. In that situation, that's kind of fucked. Because if you over here lying on shit, then shit could kind of get bad. However, if it's people just telling their stories and that's what they believe or they remember, what more can you really do? But on top of that, inside of the docuseries, it should have started off by saying these are, specific people's accounts of situations, everything on what's it called, or everything that people mention about their past or what they remember may not be true. You put that at the beginning, everything else is fair game. I feel like, if you call it a docuseries about Diddy and, the truth and all that shit, then it gets a little tricky, I would imagine. Because if Diddy could prove just one thing is wrong, then he might be able to get himself a fat old bag, you know what I mean? But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And if nobody told you today, I love you. Peace.